just to kind of relax your soul as we continue our journey. I'm gonna cross the river right here. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna get a dip in those falls, of course. I told you I was double dipping today. I'm in love. I'm in love with this place. Look at this, look at this. I gotta back up a minute. I'm gonna dip in your waters if you don't mind. This is that moment where I turn the camera off and just kind of enjoy for a minute. You know, be in the moment. That's my best advice. If I went right, I'd end up at the falls right away. And then normally I leave this kind of, decision up to chance or, whatever will happen. But in this case, with the sign pointing that way, I know I want to actually save the falls for last. So let's take a left on the Daniel Ridge Loop. This is called the Pisgah National Forest. And I like saying Pisgah for some reason. Those stones up ahead. I think Ruffy actually did want to get a little dip. Hold on, Ruff. Let me change here. There we go. Get in, Ruff. I don't blame you. Is it too early for me to take a little dip? I don't know. I just got started. I'll probably hold off. I wanted to get the dipping started. On my last adventure, it was too cold to dip at all. So on this one, I'm going to be double dipping. Another little stream stop. Ooh, this one's got like a little fall or something. You have to go down. It actually looks like it's about 2 or maybe 3 feet deep right there. I mean, it's not a true waterfall, but it's our first mini fall experience here at the Pisgah National Forest and the Daniel Loop Trail. There you go, boy. Whoa! Ugh. Just in case you weren't aware, I only slip when the camera's pointing forward away from me. But you'll always know I'm slipping because I go, whoa! Something along those lines. Whoa! Whoa! Yeah! Kind of comes out as different sounds every time. And there ain't nothing better for video making than a nice bright blue sky like that. And just to kind of relax your soul as we continue our journey. I love when the water like goes around the rocks and stuff like that. I think I've described it this way before, but it must be the sun, it must be the heat, the spring coming, whatever it is. It feels like, or it smells like, if you were to take a handful of dirt and just kind of throw it in the oven and let it bake in your house for the day. The river is now way down there. Can you see it? Look at this pretty little fairy falls. I just learned that word the other day online, fairy falls. That's sweet. I just have to respect you for the dipping. You know what? Let's get all the way in on this one. Do you have a list like that? Just words that you think sound so cool? Like Pisgah, Transylvania, Fairy Falls, rhododendron. What's a rhododendron? And why did I say that? See all the way down there? Anyways, I've done that a lot this video, haven't I? Can you see all the way down there? Can you see that? Can you see that over there? Can you see me? I can feel my arm just kind of pointing everywhere. Look at that. Look at that. But seriously, look at this. Can you see the river? I know, I just did it again. I'm actually going to go up here and do a little 360 because this is such a cool area right here. Look at this. Just look where I'm at. I'm starting to have that I can't really believe it moment. Now let's go over to that edge and see this fall. This is our first for real waterfall slide. Am I getting in the camera? I say slide because doesn't that look inviting to just kind of slide down there? Maybe hang out in that upper pool before you come down and bask in the bottom. More view of the falls through the trees. I keep looking through the trees and seeing just beautifully crafted riverscapes. Is that what you call them? When the river just, wow. Wow. Look at how it just slides all the way down like that. I mean, it almost looks man-made. I'm gonna cross the river right here. And I'm gonna go and I'm gonna get a dip in those falls, of course. I told you I was double dipping today. Step back and get a nice shot of this. Now let's make it right up to the falls. Come on, Rob. All right, we might just have to dip into the river waters because I don't want to stand on there and get completely soaking wet. I've still got like miles and miles of this adventure left. So let's do first of all, let's pay our respects to the great God in the woods. We got our dip. One more little what a find out in the middle of the woods, right? There's so many little like detours. You could just explore this place forever. I feel like I'm spitting like a spray. Yet another spot to grab a dose of relaxation. It's powerful and it's grand. It's powerfully grand, if you will. And all along the way so far, I've been accompanied with just that. You met her. I'm actually so grateful that it's warm out. Is it weird to be just grateful to be alive just so I can throw mountain water on my head? Because that's how I feel right now. See how steep that hill is over there? I don't even know if I should say hill. That's a gall darn mountain. I tell you, that's a gall darn mountain. I started this journey saying I wanted to find a rock. And look where I'm at. I'm just, I mean, why did I choose a place that's completely surrounded by just massive rocks, big rocks, little rocks, tiny rocks, all the rocks? I'm just gonna walk on by. I'm gonna resist the urge to stop and meander and talk about how powerful and great that river is. I didn't even notice before, but there's another little waterfall slide over there. If anyone knows of a place in the woods that I could have with a waterfall and some root stairs, maybe a stone steps, but I could put those in myself, let me know. I'd appreciate it and I'd love it. I'm in love with waterfalls, if I haven't said that before. I'm obsessed with them at the moment. I mean, look at that. How could you not be just captivated? And I'm looking at this tree down there. It's got these red mushrooms growing all over it, like little plates. Probably can't see it in the camera, but I'm curious about that because I've never seen red mushrooms like that before. There she is. I should have dipped in that creek down there because I'm ready for another dip. You ready for a dip, Ralph? Ready for a dip, Ralphie boy? Here you go. Ask and you will receive. A nice close view of those red mushrooms I was talking about. What is that old red shroomy shroom? They look kind of tasty. Starting to sense sense a grand waterfall. Not that we're too close, but I'm starting to sense that we're entering its godly lair. Oh, it's such a refreshing change though. I'm surrounded by this stuff. Another cool trail too, huh? Look at this. A neat little spot. It kind of feels like I'm on top of some sort of a mountain here. The sun is actually blaring down on me. I can't believe it's taken me to this point, but I'm gonna finally lose the hoodie. I'm gonna take this little sign as my cue. And surprise! I'm wearing green because the day I'm filming this anyway, it's not the day you're seeing it. It takes me a while to edit these things. Is St. Patrick's Day. It's almost like everything I experienced before, the river, all the waterfalls. It feels like in my head that was such a distant time in the past. And now, I'm like, I have a bit of a like wandering lost, pleasantly wandering lost feeling. Whoa, whoa, whoa. You know what I'm thinking about right now? I'm thinking about how I don't want this adventure to end. But the best part of that feeling is knowing that it will end, I don't want it to end because I know it will end. I used to be a rigid kind of person. Then I learned to just kind of loosen up a little bit, kind of go with the flow. And life has been great ever since. I think I cut it out in my last video, but I did a whole rant. We'll see if it makes it into the video this time. Are you going to be disappointed if when you die, you realize life was all just a dream? What was that movie that did that? Is that going to be disappointing to you? What if everything is just a dream and the dream never ends? This life ends, and then you realize this life ends. You realize it was a dream, but you're still in another dream, and then another dream on top of that dream, and it's just an infinite loop of, I kind of hope it is a dream because it's amazing, and I want to have so much more of this. You know what this little creek means? Not only is the waterfall coming up, but we're back down in dipping territory. I'm in love. I'm in love with this place. Look at this. Look at this. I gotta back up a minute. Come here, Ruff. Look at how the trees are all kind of like arching in like that. That's so cool. I would put this in my house, I think. I would love to have a house that would actually make sense too. I love that. I think we finally arrived. The powerfully grand waterfall. I present her. I'm just kidding about the waterfall part, but it's definitely our first, cool little rock wall that we've seen here on the Daniel Ridge Loop. And look at these dripping walls. A little moss right here. Water's pouring off and just seeping out of it. Pisgah makes your tongue kind of vibrate a little bit at the end, and that's fun. So it's got more of a mouth feel. I got the first sighting of the waterfall up ahead. Here we go. I'll let you look. See it yet? Whoa. Don't worry, we're gonna get up close. I'm gonna do all the things, but I just want to point out, because it just popped in my head, that this totally, from what I can see anyways, it matches the powerfully grand description I was talking about. Anyways, let's get up closer. Get on up there. All right, this might be a good shot. I think these are it, guys. I think this is the falls. I mean, the water isn't like, it's not like a powerful force of water. Come on, Ra. Come on. But it's just powerful and grand. Look at the size of the boulders just coming off of that thing. Okay. Here we are. Oh man, we can even dip in this one. I just want to give you a nice little lay of this land here. It's so interesting with all of these rocks, just like the rivers. I mean, they're so... Look at that cliff ledge up there. I think you can walk for a second. Look at that cliff ledge up there. I mean, it's such a big overhang. I don't know if you can really tell. And the water is so powerfully gentle. I'm gonna dip in your waters if you don't mind. Talking to them kind of, I don't know, makes it better. Oh my God. Can you see that right there? There's like a rainbow. I don't know if the camera can pick it up. There's a rainbow coming off the bottom of the falls right there. It's so perfect. Yeah, I feel so safe. I don't know why that word's coming to my head. Safe. That's just how I feel. I think I'm gonna go and I'm gonna have my little dip right over there. I'm gonna get my whole head in here. I don't know how I'm gonna be able to get it on camera. I think I want to go down here and dip even more. How about belly? Oh, right here. Oh, right here. All right, let's do it. Get right in there. Let's get personal with this grand, safe falls. Get it? Oh. Can you tell how excited I am? I can. Ralphie. Love you too, boy. Powerfully grand. It's perfect. It's the perfect word for this place. And this is the perfect little treat at the end of it. But I am actually really sad to kind of see it coming to an end. I know this is right at the beginning because of those that sign that we saw. So it's bittersweet. This is that moment where I turn the camera off and just kind of enjoy for a minute. You know, be in the moment. That's my best advice. Especially when you're in places like this. You just have to be here. Okay. I want to get over to that spot and get one more dip. I'm just going to climb out of here without saying anything because whoa, almost slipped. Oh, I think I've said enough. Whoa. All right, let's get right down there. I want to make sure I get the top in though. Get some of that blue sky. I'll give you a hand. I found her. It's the rock. So wherever my next adventure is, I'm gonna have painted a little something on this. And I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it somewhere else. That's one option for my escape out of this portal, if I should choose to do so. Nothing I do will capture this. But I'm gonna try for you. Do you remember this old fella? The falls sign? Well, now we know what that was pointing to. I meandered along this river for the first, major portion of it. And then I'll be honest, when I was coming up on the falls initially, I was taking a look at them. I saw the gravel road and I was a little bit, disappointed for a second. Until I actually got up under them and experienced just the powerfully grand feeling. I mean, I keep saying that word because that's the word for it. That was the Daniel Ridge Loop here in the Pisgah National Forest in Transylvania County. Got to say it all once again. What a magical experience, man. The falls was incredible. People coming in. And that's all.